Karen Thomas, and I've been working from home for over 40 years. I have sold over $1 million in products. Why do I tell you that? Because you want to work from home. You want to give up punching that time clock. You want to give up the bosses that aren't flexible and the bosses that are mean. You want to give up having to explain why you want to do anything. Well, I'm going to flip this for you because I never wanted to work from home. When I was working in a corporate job, I spent time trying to get pregnant. Then I finally got pregnant and I was having my baby, perfect pregnancy. I was an administrative assistant for an executive. I had a good job. I had been there for a year or so. I was doing well. And now I was expecting the baby that I'd always wanted. The thing is, when I had the baby, my world fell apart. Because as much as we talk about, oh, just as long as it's healthy and just as long as it's this, oh, I can't wait to have my baby. But then you have a baby that isn't healthy, that has issues. And then all of a sudden, your world is all the dreams, all the hopes, everything that you thought your life was going to be disappears. So then you go through your maternity leave and you're doing all of the things medically that have to be done for your child. And my baby girl was born with a birth defect called spina bifida. And it wasn't life-threatening in the form of that it was degenerative like leukemia or cancer or anything like that. But it had its own complications because depending on where the birth defect happens in the spine, depends on the severity of what works or doesn't work. So anyway, working from home. I now had to figure out how I was going to create a life because after my maternity leave, I went back to work. They tried to suggest that maybe it wasn't a good idea, but I'm like, well, guys, health insurance. I have to have health insurance. I have a medically challenged child. What do you do? How am I going to have her exist and pay for all of her medical bills without medical insurance? So I have to come back to work, guys. And 90 days to the day that I came back to work, to the letter of the law, they let me go. Now, I want to say that did I feel they were cold-hearted? Of course I did. But you know, life gives us the journey that we are supposed to have. And my journey wasn't working in corporate America. It wasn't working for another company. My job was to raise a special needs, medically challenged child to be the best that she could be. Now, working from home. Now I had to come up with not just money because we always anticipated me working. So we had a house payment and we had cars and we had the things for the baby. And now all of a sudden we had to sell our house. We had to go live with others because not only did we lose my salary, we incurred COBRA for the health insurance for at least 18 months. And then we had to do it outside of COBRA for the rest of her, until she was 24. But when you're a brand new mom, you're just looking to get through the next week. So I didn't choose to work from home. I would have never chose to work from home, but you want to work from home. And I admire anybody who wants to choose that. Is it going to be easy? No. Working from home is not easy. Being your own boss is not easy. Managing to make an income from home takes skills. It takes consistency. Now, when I did this, my daughter turns 42 this year. So back when I did it 40 some years ago, I did it person to person. Now, my first few jobs or work from home was, of course, daycare. I had all the stuff for the baby, so I tried daycare. And that worked for a little while until she had her first major medical issue. And I had to rush her to the hospital, and I had to find somebody to come be with the children. It was a nightmare. So then I tried cleaning houses. And that worked until people said, oh, well, we don't need you this week. We're going on vacation. Or they'd forget to leave the key and they say, oh, well, it will be okay till next week. And they would mess with my money. Because see, when you're not having a boss and a clock to clock into, then you have to find how to make your hours make you money. So what did I do? Well, when I was in school, I was fundraisers. I was the best candy sales, donut sales. I said, okay, even when I was in high school, I did an MLM and I knocked on doors and sold stuff to my neighbors. So I said, oh, well, I can go back to sales. And that's what I did. And I built a business for 12 years. Built it within the first 6 years to the over $100,000 mark. Took me 6 years. After that, for the next 6 to almost 7, I was pushing over 150,000. And then my daughter had to have back surgery. And what was supposed to take 6 months took 2 years, and I had to shut my business down because she almost died. But what I'm going to tell you is life happens and life changes in a heartbeat. So having your own business and working from home is also about opportunities. And I built it all on one opportunity, and I had to shut it down. Now, in this day and age, now we're online. Now we're not doing things person to person. We're doing things online, and that's a whole different ball game. But it's still having to be consistent in what you're doing and finding and gaining the skills that are needed to work online. And there's all kinds of opportunities out there. The wonderful thing is that you should investigate more than one. Because life happens. Companies shut down. Companies go bankrupt. Companies disappear. Companies just, aren't what they said they were. But then you find ones that absolutely are. And they give you benefits in allowing you to do different kinds of work. But this one, when you find ones that work with who you are and the situations at home that you're dealing with, those are the ones that you make work for you. But multiple streams of income is the magic. All your millionaires, all your big guru network marketers, all have more than one company and more than one income that they work through. So what I want to encourage you to do is check out the different types of opportunities that I am involved in that I might tell you about, because I'm going to try them. I won't say I'm going to try them all, but I'm going to try ones that make sense to me. Because now that my kids are grown and I have grandbabies, I'm helping my mom, who turns 92 this week, through her last season. And so I don't want to punch a time clock. I don't want to live on what Social Security will give me. And I definitely want to have a limitless income. And the only way to do that is to learn the skills, learn how to do marketing, learn from gurus and mentors. to have multiple streams and multiple opportunities. So check this one out. And I'm always available to talk to. Now, haveyourbestlifenow.com is my favorite. So check it out. The link is below, along with maybe some other ones. But I'm here to help you because no matter what opportunity you get into, they're all good. They all can make you money. The problem or the challenge you will have is going to be in between your ears, because what you learned in school doesn't apply here. This is a whole new world, and self-development and working on what's up here is what will make you successful. So along with trying opportunities and working different opportunities, I'm here to help you with the mental game, developing that cheerleader up there that will tell you that you're great, you're amazing. Because unless you convince yourself, and you know you are, you're not going to convince anybody else that you are and have a good opportunity for them. So take a look at this one. I am so glad that you gave me a few minutes to talk about why I'm here and why this is important to me. This is where I'm going to be at until God takes me out of here. But it's not about working every day, all day long. It's about helping and growing and working a little and playing a lot, because that is what we deserve and that is what we can have. And each day is just getting up and knowing that it is on its way to you. Thank you. HaveYourBestLifeNow.com is the key. It is the blueprint for this new season of being an entrepreneur. So, see you soon. Talk to you soon. I believe in you.
Hi, my name is Karen Thomas. But guess what? That is not important. What's important is your success online. I can help you start a successful, thriving business online, no matter how many times you have failed. If you have a desire to win, you can. All you need is Wi-Fi, a laptop or desktop, and be able to follow simple directions. Reach out to me and I can show you exactly how.